Year 11 students at Rouse Hill High School will create history as the first group to sit high school certificate exams. A new style of curriculum means they complete 3 full subjects in Year 11 and another 3 in Year 12. Deputy Principal Michelle Yates said it reduces stress levels for students and offers more subject choice. She says the Year 11 students who go into Year 12 have the extra experience of doing the HSC and know what's required. Sharing the silver screen with film royalty Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman in the Baz Luhrmann epic Australia didn't faze Jamal Bednarz. Yet the 9-year-old from Prospect had stars in his eyes when he first met New Zealand-based baritone Teddy Tahu Rhodes, who he stars opposite in Opera Australia's South Pacific.
Teddy was good when I met him.
Why was he good?
Teddy's voice is strong and good. In South Pacific, the movie, my favourite bit was when they were marching off to war.
Jamal has been acting in television commercials since he was 7 and trains 3 hours a week in ballet, tap, jazz and acrobatics, and will play Jerome in South Pacific. Jerome is the son of Emile, Rhodes' character in the famous Rodgers and Hammerstein musical.
My character Jerome is silly, he likes planes and he likes bossing Nagana around.
Yep.
Jerome is like me a little bit. I have 4 costumes. My first costume is a sailor suit, and then my next one is pyjamas. Oh no, I've got 3. And then the next one is a spotty shirt with grey and green pants. Yep. The costumes are a little weird.
South Pacific also stars Kate Ceberano, Lisa McCune and Eddie Perfect. It's showing at the Sydney Opera House until September 9. And in sport, for Camden resident Julie Sliger, Kirkham Park netball courts are a second home. Sliger has been with the Bringelly Sports Netball Club as a player, official, coach and now president for 16 years, since she first moved to the area. The club plays in the Camden and Districts Netball Association competition. Sliger is a passionate advocate for the sport and proud that the club has 45 registered players across 5 teams this season, 4 of which look like making the finals in September. Liverpool's Olympians may not have won any medals, but they have returned home with golden memories. Green Valley's Susie Ballock finished 6th in the women's trap event final. Lanier's Taekwondo competitor Safwan Khalil fought for the bronze medal and finished 4th. Warwick Farm athlete Isaac Nitamo-R was a member of the Australian men's 4x100 metres relay team which reached the final, and Casula modern pentathlete Chloe Esposito finished 7th in a field of 36. Students at Granville Boys High School welcomed home one of their own last week with a visit from Wallabies International and former Granville South Old Boy Tatafu Palota-Nau. The hulking hooker with his trademark afro was a hit amongst the boys, who were keen to see the famous Bledisloe Cup trophy and quiz their rugby hero on what it takes to play for Australia. He said it was an honour to be competing for the Cup.
To be honest, this is like the second time I've been this close to it. But going through the history of the Cup, it's been 80 years that Australia and New Zealand have been competing for this big Cup. A guy named Lord Bledisloe who traversed from back and forth to Australia and New Zealand to help out, and that's who the trophy's named after. New Zealand have won it more times than we have, and for me it's just a privilege to be a part of this history, but there's nothing better than to win not only against the best team in the world, but for us just a big rival that we've shared the same seas for such a long time, but more importantly, it's better to beat the #1 team in the world.
Palota-Nau said he was delighted to be back in Granville, which he said was God's country. He said the visit was a good opportunity for him to give back to the rugby union community, which helped him reach the pinnacle of the game. He told students that it might be fun to tackle players on the field, but that was the only place where they should play so rough.
It's good to sort of, at the time, bash your friends, because that's what you do in rugby, but also when you play together, you bash the opposition. So I found that really great, because you only do the bashing on the field. Off the field, you just talk about, oh yeah, I got you, ha ha ha, yeah, that's right, and all that stuff. But from there, it was weird, because he tricked us. said we were going on an excursion. And I said, where to? He said, the Powerhouse Museum, but bring your boots. I'm like, yeah, right.
Josh Geyer will soon live his dream after signing a 7-year contract with the Minnesota Twins baseball team. The Blacktown Workers under-18 pitcher caught a scout's eye and will head to the United States in April. Geyer first represented Australia as a 13-year-old and recently toured Guam with the Australian Academy team that won the Oceania Championships. He'll compete for Australia in the World Championships in South Korea this month. Expectation is weighing heavily on the shoulders of Paralympics debutante Hannah Dodd. The 20-year-old equestrian star is considered a big medal chance in the women's dressage competition. Dodd flies out to London this week and says the nerves are starting to set in. This will be Dodd's first time competing on the world stage, and she's only seen YouTube videos of the other leading competitors. She'll be in action at the Paralympics on August 31. And finally, Camden music lovers and performers will discover they don't need to travel out of the district to enjoy a top-notch display of song and dance this month. Ignite Camden takes place at Camden Civic Centre on August 31 and will feature performances by the Australian Blues Brothers Band, Danny Elliott, Missy Lancaster, Jamie Lee Turner and students from Eldersley High School. Community development worker Carmelina Nanari says the concert will give talented youngsters the chance to perform locally, and she's urging residents to attend.
And I know now who I am, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know now there's a place I go when I'm alone, do anything I want, be anyone I want to be, but it is us I see, and I cannot believe I'm falling.
And that's all the news for now. For information on any of these stories, pick up your local Fairfax community newspaper. I'm Christina Pollard. We'll see you next time.